Hello. Today I want to share a metacognition technique in order for us to increase our resiliency. So what is metacognition? Is to think about the way we think. That's pretty much it. And then resiliency is our ability to recover from bad situations, bounce back from adversity. And that technique is called ATC ER. And that's an acronym for A stands for activating event, T is for thoughts, C for consequences, ER is the subdivision of consequences, which is emotions and reactions. So the reason I want to talk about this one is because our brain has the ability to rewire itself, to change. Who we are today doesn't necessarily need to be the same person tomorrow. If we are today in a way that we feel angry all the time, so wow, I'm an angry person, and that's how you define yourself. Doesn't need to be that way tomorrow. You can do something about it, and ATC will be able to help you. There's research that has confirmed that our brain has the ability to rewire itself. They call it neuroplasticity. So we could do that. So I'm gonna give you an example of ATC. Again, it stands for activating event, thoughts, consequences, and the subdivision is ER, emotion and reaction. Say you're driving in the highway and then somebody cuts you off. Activating event. Thoughts. What are your thoughts about somebody cutting you off in the highway? Those thoughts are gonna lead to consequences, an emotional consequence and a reaction consequence. So those thoughts that you had, what will be the consequence emotionally for you? Are you gonna be angry and then start cursing him out or her out, which would be the reaction, emotion reaction? And you think, well, that's completely normal. It's natural that I act this way. But is it really? Can we do something about it? And the answer is yes. Because, face it, we're going to be cut off in the highway continuously. And so today we reacted that way, but next time we could act differently. And that's what ATC is about. So again, continuing with that example, the activating event is a vehicle cutting you off in the highway. That prompted certain thoughts in your brain that like, what is this person think he is? You know, cutting me in the highway, I could get hurt or get into an accident, and that fear of that getting into an accident or getting hurt, or now you're gonna be late to whatever, will create an emotional reaction, usually anger or hate, and that emotional reaction, emotional consequence is gonna create a reaction, whether you start honking the horn very, very hard and screaming and moving your arms, maybe put you into a mission of he's gonna pay back what he just did to me, and then go into a road rage that could really get you into an accident. So this exercise that we just did is thinking about the way we are thinking in that specific scenario. So next time somebody cuts you off in the highway and you already know you're gonna react this way from previous experience, try to think about it holistically. and with compassion. Like, what about if this person that just cut you off is in a hurry to get to somebody, a family member in the hospital that is in the ER about to be sent to the ICU? What about if this person is feeling very ill and he needs to get home to rest? I don't know. If you think with compassion, why could that happen? Then that will lead you to consequences emotionally and a consequence of reaction that could be contributing to your well-being and happiness. And that's what we want. We want to be happy, and the happiness, we have the responsibility within us to pursue it. All right. So that's an example. So today you lost your marbles because this person cut you off. But next time, doesn't need to be that way. Next time that happens, just think about holistically, critically, what could be the reasons that person do it in a compassionate way, and I tell you, it's gonna do something to your emotions and reactions that you're not gonna be as angry. And then when it happens again and you do the same exercise, eventually you're not gonna be angry at all. You're gonna be calm, collective, and it's gonna be benefiting your mental health and the mental health of the people around you as well. So that's just an example. So think about a situation you were that was an activating event for you. What thoughts did you have? And how those thoughts led you to an emotional consequence of feeling anger, sad, desperate, hopeless. And that emotion that I just mentioned led you to a consequence of reaction. This is a very important exercise that I have to practice many times, because again, the road to mental health it's not a goal, it's a journey. And why I'm talking about mental health, because again, this challenge, the 22 push-up challenge for suicide awareness, suicide is a function of your mental health. So if you don't take care of your mental health, be responsible with it, it could lead you to a very dark place. And like for 22 veterans, could end up in death by suicide. And that's the reality we live in today. On average, from 17 to 22 veterans take their own life every single day. Suicide is the number 10 cause of death in the nation. And we don't hear too much about it because of stigma, because maybe it's a problem that is not understood very well. Or maybe people think that suicide is a conscious decision that people make, which is not. Those thoughts of suicides are not yours. This thought of darkness, of hurting yourself, are not yours. And one last piece of thought that I want to share with you is this. If somebody talks to you the way that you talk to yourself, would that person be your best friend or your worst enemy? If somebody talks to you the way that you think that you talk to yourself in your mind, would that person be your best friend or your worst enemy? And I tell you, if the answer is, well, that person will be my worst enemy, you could change it. Be your best friend. Be your best friend. Tell every day how important you are, how much you love yourself. This is very important. You're a valuable person. tell yourself. Because if you don't tell yourself, nobody might tell you. But if you tell yourself, at least one person did, and that person mattered, that person is you. With that being said, I'm gonna do my 22 push-ups, understanding that each push-up represents a person, a veteran that will commit suicide today. And we could do something about it by start talking about it. Keep strong, be your best friend. All right? Have a happy, beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow.